Hey guys, today I want to talk about the upcoming nerfs of 4 of the strongest cards in the meta right now. I will also do a 40 Kobolds and Catacombs pack opening as well, so stay tuned. First, let's discuss Raza. Raza was the only card nerf that didn't target aggro decks. Highlander Priest took a pretty huge hit on this one, but I think we can all agree something needed to be done about this deck, and I feel Blizzard actually did good with this one. Upping the mana cost of hero power from 0 to 1 will make the deck a lot harder to play, but at least the opponent will feel like he has a way of winning against it, and not just watch how he gets destroyed from 30 health to 0 for a minute and a half. Highlander Priests were mainly countered by aggro decks, and with the other nerfs, Highlander win rates would have gotten insane. After the nerf, maybe people will do a few tweaks to the deck and convert it to a more control-oriented kind of deck instead of an OTK one. Next I want to talk about the aggro nerf, starting with patches. No, you're 1600 dust now. Personally, I'm really sad about patches. I know the community is 50-50 on this card, people either hate it or love it, and that's okay. A lot of cards and decks are like that, but patches was my first love. Remember when I told you guys in my card collection video I disenchanted Tyrion back in the days, right? Well, I did it for patches. This is a massive game changer. When the card came out, only Warrior recognized it as the new aggro king, but now even priests are running it. So that was a real indicator that the card is way too good to stay in its current state. Every aggro deck started running the pirate package with South Sea deckhands or South Sea captains, or both. I feel like Blizzard could have nerfed patches long time ago, and I'm surprised they didn't. I guess the combination between patches and Corridor Creeper was the tipping point for them. I have to say, I think the nerf was a bit too much for this card though. Without the charge, the card loses its versatility. Having a legendary Wisp doesn't feel very legendary, does it? My proposal for a possible change to patches would have been to make it like South Sea Deckhand, so it would gain charge only when you have a weapon equipped. I guess Blizzard prefers to make a card unplayable rather than balance it. How do you think Blizzard should have nerfed the card? Drop a comment below, I'd love to see what you guys think about it. And while you're at it, subscribe to my channel if you still haven't. You have no idea how happy I am for each and every sub I get from you. Let's move down to Corridor Creeper. This card was busted, broken, off the top. It was just insane. The card has a cool mechanic to it, which no pro recognized in the beginning, but now we see it in every aggro and tempo deck. Playing control and clearing your opponent's board a few times feels great, and you think you got the game in the bag, right? Wrong. When your opponent slaps 2 5/5s on the board on turn 4, it becomes very fun and interactive.
Nope.
As I told you in a previous video, the card really did need a nerf, but I think Blizzard overdid it with this one as well. They pretty much chopped off its head. Now everyone will dust it, but in time I'm sure it will find its place in at least a couple of decks. If Blizzard nerfed it to a free 4, I think most decks would have still ran it, but 2/5 is just too much. Combined with the patches nerf, Corridor Creeper is pretty much gutted now. As a free 4, it would have been a decent card for trading, and it would survive most of the board clears from the early game. Now it's vulnerable to mind control and Shadow Word Horror, for crying out loud. Lastly, let's talk about Bone Mare. This card got off pretty easy on this one. Out of all the nerfs, it was barely touched, only getting its mana cost increased from 7 to 8, which is still an effective 9/9 stats on the board, with a nice taunt with it as well. If Blizzard nerfed it as hard as they did the other cards, they should have probably sliced the buff to 3/3 or 2/4 as well. Even a little nerf like a 1 mana increase for Bone Mare is going to be a game changer for Tempo Rogue, especially with the Corridor Creeper and patch nerfs. Before, on turn 8 you could have dropped a 2/1 deckhand and buff it with Bone Mare, so you would effectively have a 5/5 body on the board and a 6/5 charge if you saved the weapon in the previous turn. Also, if you used Shadow Step on Bone Mare, you could use it on turn 10 combined with Leroy for a huge burst. I'd say Bone Mare will remain a good card after the nerf, and the decks that ran it will continue to do so. It will also remain an auto pick in Arena as well. After we covered the nerfed cards, I'd like to drop some thoughts on how this will affect the meta. Highlander Priest will cease to be the #1 deck in the meta, dropping maybe to a low tier 2 or even tier 3 deck. I really think Q-Block, Ramp Druid and Jade Druid will rise in popularity even more after the nerfs come into play. Those 3 decks were left untouched, and most people will recognize that as an opportunity to pick them. That would lead the other decks to run Skulking Geists, Silences and Oozes to take them out. Exodia Mage, both with quest and without, and Tempo Mage are also in the clear and will rise in popularity as well. Aggro and tempo decks like Aggro Druid and Aggro Paladin and other aggro decks took a pretty huge hit, and I really think we will see a more control-oriented meta in the near future. Tempo Rogue was butchered as 5 of its core cards included in that deck took the nerf hammer, so it will need tweaking if it wants to remain relevant in the meta. Hunter might rise as a top tier 2 deck along with Zulok, and we will probably see a new mid-range or control-oriented Paladin. That's about it for the upcoming nerfs. My advice to you is to dust all those cards once they get nerfed, but don't rush to use that dust. You should probably wait for the next expansion to come out, or at least wait for the meta to settle a bit. Also, you should start hoarding your gold so you can purchase 30 or 40 packs when it comes out. You can check my video on how you can maximize your gold for the next expansion. Now let's move on to the 40 Kobolds and Catacombs pack opening. Nice, epic already. Wow, would you look at that, 400 dust. Excellent first opening. And some random commons. Okay. Trash pack. Yay, another trash pack. 3 in a row. Four in a row. Excellent starting. Finally. I guess they want me to play the weapon rogue, don't they? Nothing again. More weapon rogue cards. Oh, there we go. Let's see what we have here. Not bad. Too bad Highlander Priest got destroyed, so this card loses much of its bursts, but yeah, it's a nice meme card. Ooh, legendary and epic after that. That's an interesting card I'm never gonna use. And some Dragon Priest Essentials. Okay. Nothing special here. Ooh. Nothing again. Oh, look at that Q block cards. I wonder if they're gonna nerf that one as well. More trash decks. Nope. Come on, give me something good. Excellent. Try again. Not bad. That's a dust card. Ooh, not a bad pack at all. Come on. I'm not very happy about this card. The community was very hyped about it when it was released, but no one really plays it. Okay. More Dragon Priests. Wow, that's new. 3 legendaries in less than 30 packs. And it's trash. Great. Can we get another one? Nice. Yeah, it's usable. Decent pack. Ooh. Lucky me. That hoarding dragon, hoarding gold. Oh, decent pack. Oh, it's usable, not bad. And let's see if we can finish strong. Well, that was anticlimactic. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed my video, please don't forget to subscribe and maybe drop a like if you like. Check my other videos if you want to get ahead in the game faster as well. I'm Kris05 and I'll see you in my next video.